Hello everyone, welcome to Aptly Place Academy for Civil Services. This is the video on daily topic-wise news analysis where I'll be covering the news from the Hindu and Union Express. So I'll be covering the most important news of the day, and additionally I'll be supplementing that content with some relevant information that can help in prelims and mains examination. So let's get started with the topic first. Today is 21st of April. The first is Sri Lanka and India, they have delayed their air travel bubble agreement. Second is Russia to launch on space station by 2025. Official confirmation coming from Russia. Third, US denies vaccine input bans because it was being argued from the important manufacturer like Serum Institute of India. They have said that US is banning, and the US has given a response to that. The second last is a low carbon future through sector led changes. And the last is performance of difference in certain sectors. So these are some of the important news and editorial reported in today's newspaper. Apart from this, there would be some MCQs question based on current affairs relevant for the upcoming prelims examination. And before I start, just like to tell you that you can read IS Gadget by Aptiplus. This is for the month of April. It is a comprehensive journal that will help you to cover a lot of your current affairs section. So do check the description section of this video where I have provided a dedicated link from where you can download this magazine. The first, that is Sri Lanka, India, they have cancelled their air bubble agreement. Important for your general studies paper 2, India and its neighborhood relation. So what had actually happened and why this news has emerged in the newspaper. So I would like to tell you that Sri Lanka has recently decided that they would be postponing the launching of proposed travel bubble agreement with India. And this decision was taken because of the surge in the COVID-19 cases in India. You know that India is reporting none less than a lot more cases. India is about to chase US, and we are the second most country in terms of the COVID-19 cases, right? So talking about states like Maharashtra, where almost 67 to 68,000 cases per day. In Delhi, we have 29,000 cases per day. So the cases are exponentially increasing in India, because of which the government of Sri Lanka has decided to postpone it. And they have categorically said that this is just a postponement and not the cancellation. तो ये cancellation नहीं है, इसको postpone किया गया है कुछ समय के लिए, जब तब तक COVID-19 की cases कम नहीं आने लग जाते हैं, right? And Sri Lanka will look forward to launch the travel bubble agreement जो है इसको future में they are looking forward to come up with this, right? Now some special flights was also being there, less than 2 weeks. जो इंडिया की सिविल एविएशन मिनिस्ट्री है, they have announced to set up a bilateral air bubble agreement with Sri Lanka for operation of special international passengers flights between the two countries. So this all was aligned. ये agreement में ये सारी चीजें चल रही थी before it got cancelled. It got actually postponed. And Sri Lanka has been preparing to open up the countries for tourism, because of lot of earning coming to Sri Lanka is from tourism. So tourism play a very important role in Sri Lanka, right? और ये बहुत ही crucial है वहाँ के foreign exchange के लिए. That has been a steep decline during the pandemic. तो वहाँ के जो foreign exchange reserve है उसमें बहुत हद तक decline देखी गई. And both government, India and Sri Lanka, have decided the way to enhance the connectivity. खास करके अगर बात करें जो खुशीनगर की एयरपोर्ट बन रही है उत्तर प्रदेश में, उसके साथ जो बुद्धिज्म पिलग्रिमेजेस साइट्स हैं श्रीलंका में, उसको कनेक्ट करने में इंडिया मदद करना चाहती है. सो दिस इज समथिंग एंड स्पेशल एफर्ट्स आर बीइंग टेकन बोथ फ्रॉम इंडिया एंड श्रीलंका टू मेक द टूरिज्म एंड हॉटस्पॉट फॉर द कंट्रीज. नाउ टूरिस्ट सोर्सेज की अगर बात करें, इंडिया अकाउंट फॉर वन ऑफ द बिग एंड हाईएस्ट सोर्सेज ऑफ टूरिज्म इन श्रीलंका. बहुत सारे ऐसे इंडियन हैं जिनकी फर्स्ट, अगर एशिया पैसिफिक की बात करें या फिर नेबरिंग कंट्रीज की बात करें, सो दे प्रेफर श्रीलंका, मॉरिशस, सिचलिस. सो दीज आर द कंट्री दैट आर बी मोस्ट प्रेफर्ड बाय इंडियंस एज द टूरिस्ट डेस्टिनेशंस. Now, following the outbreak of the coronavirus, we come to know कि जो border है that has not been reopened, बहुत सारे protocols हैं that has to follow, because of which कुछ ऐसे protocols होते हैं जहाँ पे testing mandatory होती है, quarantine mandatory होती है, travel within the country is something which is again impacted a lot. तो श्रीलंका ने record 4,581 tourist record किए थे till March 2021. Now, just before the pandemic, Sri Lanka received almost 2,28,434 passengers. You can see the drastic decrease in the share of the passengers coming to Sri Lanka. और ये हाईएस्ट परसेंटेज अराइवल थी और ये उसमें 18% जो इंडियन टूरिस्ट है गोइंग टू एनी अदर कंट्री दे वर विजिटिंग टू श्रीलंका. So these are some of the important factual data. If it is being asked in mains examination, you can definitely incorporate these points. Now coming to the other news, that is Russia to launch own space station by 2025. So this is something important for your general studies paper 2, effects of policy and politics of developing and developing countries. So what has happened that Russia has officially confirmed that they would be launching their own orbital station by 2025. तो ये confirmation जो रशिया की तरफ से आई है, उन्होंने पहले भी हिंट किया था कि they would be very soon having their own orbital station, but now this has been finally confirmed. So Russia considered the withdrawal from the International Space Station. I'll tell you what is International Space Station. जो International Space Station program है, इसको भी ISSP के नाम से भी जाना जाता है. और रशिया की अगर एनर्जी स्पेस कॉर्पोरेशन की बात करें, दे आर एमिंग फॉर अ मॉड्यूल रेडी फॉर लॉन्च program or station by 2025. Now, what is ISSP, International Space Station Program? ये launch की गई थी 1998 में and it involved Russia, United States, Canada, Japan and European Union. तो total इसकी जो capacity जो देते हैं members हैं, they are 50. So these are the flag of the countries. You can check out the entire flag that is mentioned in this logo. और जो ISS है is one of the most ambitious international collaboration in human history in terms of the space stations, right? So do check it out. इसके बारे में थोड़ा आप पढ़ ले. कई बार prelims में factual questions ISS से भी पूछे जा सकते हैं. Now, what is Russia's stand on their decision? So the Deputy Prime Minister of Russia has said कि उन्होंने प्लान किया है कि जो रशिया की स्पेस स्टेशन होगी that would have an orbit and high altitude. खास करके उनको एक प्रॉपर पोलर रीजन में एक हाई लैटिट्यूड की ज़रूरत पड़ती है and that would be useful for opening the Northern Sea route, and Russia hoped to develop the route as an Arctic Sea melts. So this is Russia's stand that why they have taken such a decision. Now coming to the other news, that US denies vaccine input ban because it was being long argued from Indian drugs manufacturer कि US ने बहुत सारी चीज़ों को ban किया हुआ है, बहुत सारे ऐसे materials है that is being needed for the vaccine development that is being banned, but US has categorically said that they have not banned such items, right? So issues related to development and management of health also important for some bilateral regional groupings. So US गवर्नमेंट ने ये डिनाई किया है कि दैट दे आर मतलब आउटराइज्ड बैंड्स द एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ द वैक्सीन रॉ मटेरियल्स. जो रॉ मटेरियल यूज़ की जाती थी वैक्सीन में उसको उन्होंने बैन किया. दे हैव कंप्लीटली आउटराइज दिस बैन एंड दे सेड कि द डिनाइल्स कम रिस्पॉन्स टू द अपील बाय द वैक्सीन मैन्युफैक्चरर जो सेरम इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंडिया दैट आर पुणे बेस्ड and the CEO or the owner is Adar Punewala. He has said, he has tweeted to the President of United States, and he said that that they want embargo to be left on export. Embargo is like कैंसिल करना, जो भी खास करके ऐसी कोई लगाम लगाई जाती है या फिर जो बैंड रखी जाती है उसको हटाने की बात की गई है एक्सपोर्ट पे. सो दे हैव आस्क्ड टू एम्बार्गो ऑन एक्सपोर्ट, बट what is the clarification that is coming from the US president, that is also very critical. So reply जो आई है US administration की तरफ से, उनका कहना है they have not imposed, this is what he has said, they have not imposed any outright ban on the export of the vaccines, and this assertion is simply not true. So this is an official confirmation coming from the POTUS, that is the President of the United States. उनको ट्वीट किया गया था, in the tweet he has replied. Now, SII जो है Serum Institute of India, they are manufacturing the Covishield, a version of basically that is being developed by the University of Oxford. AstraZeneca की जो वैक्सीन है उसको इंडिया में Serum Institute of India कोविशील्ड के नाम से मैन्युफैक्चर कर रही है. And it has also it says that the company says that they required filter, microcarrier bits and cell culture media which are short in supply from the United States. Now emergency legislation है US में कुछ, so because of which it has impacted India's productions. So US की एक बहुत ही important law है, that is US Defense Productions Act. वो इमरजेंसी लॉ है जो रिक्वायर करती है वहाँ के डोमेस्टिक मैन्युफैक्चरर को कि वो अपने यहाँ पे प्रायोरिटाइज करे जो गवर्नमेंट जो परचेजेस हैं उसको, और किसी भी चीज़ को import na kare, right? So this is something, the law that prohibit the United States manufacturer from giving any other important items that is required for the Dutch manufacturing to other countries. Now the United States has clearly committed that they're using available tool including the Defense Productions Act to expand the domestic manufacturing capacity in India. बेसिकली इन यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स पहले वो अपनी कैपेसिटी को बढ़ाना चाहते हैं, उसके बाद जब इनकी रिक्वायरमेंट पूरी हो जाएगी तब भी वो दूसरे कंट्रीज को देंगे. सो फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट यूएस इज फोकसिंग ऑन देयर ओन डोमेस्टिक सप्लाईज. तो ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है, आप इसको ध्यान रखें. द नेम इज यूएस डिफेंस प्रोडक्शन एक्ट. इसको जॉय बिडेन और जो इससे पहले की गवर्नमेंट थी, प्रेसिडेंटशिप थी डोनाल्ड ट्रंप की, ही हैज़ ऑल्सो यूज द सेम एक्ट. सो दिस Act empower the United States President to ensure कि वहाँ के जो लोकल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है, जो डोमेस्टिक सप्लाईज है, उसको किसी भी तरह से इम्पैक्ट ना हो. Now a low future through the sector led changes, how carbon के जो अल्टरनेटिव्स हैं उसके तरफ ध्यान देने की जरूरत है. दिस इज एन एडिटोरियल रिपोर्टेड इन द हिंदू एंड कैन बी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यूज इन द स्टडीज पेपर 3, कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनवायरमेंट, पॉल्यूशन, डिग्रेडेशन एंड EIA. So what has been talked in this editorial? It's a जो climate summit होनी है recently United States इसको organize कर रही है from tomorrow, that is 22nd to 23rd. इसमें जो International Panel for Climate Change है, IPCC की जो रिपोर्ट है 1.5 सेल्सियस रिपोर्ट, उसमें कुछ ग्लोबल कार्बन में एमिशन में किस तरह से नेट जीरो की तरफ टारगेट को चेज की जा सकती है बाय 2050. दैट हैज़ टू बी डिस्कस, दिस विजन हैज़ टू बी डॉक्यूमेंटेड, राइट. और रिपोर्ट एक प्रेशर क्रिएट करती है क्लाइमेट डिप्लोमेसी. वी टॉक्ड अबाउट मैरीटाइम डिप्लोमेसी, वी टॉक्ड अबाउट सिक्योरिटी डिप्लोमेसी. नाउ दिस इज द टाइम, अ कैप्शन फॉर क्लाइमेट डिप्लोमेसी दैट हैज़ क्विक ट्रांसफॉर्म ऑल द कंट्रीज. और ये अनाउंस की गई है कि 2050 तक सारे कंट्री को नेट जीरो की टारगेट को चेज करना है, राइट. Now what India must do? Talking about India, I personally feel इंडिया ने बहुत सारी चीज़ों पे, खास करके क्लाइमेट लेवल पे बहुत अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस की है. एंड इंडिया विल ओनली हैव अ मॉडरेट स्टेप कंपेयर टू द रिचर कंट्रीज. जो डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज हैं उनके कंपेरेटिवली इंडिया ने काफ़ी अच्छे परफॉर्मेंस किए. बाय 2050 डेफिनेटली इंडिया वुड बी अचीविंग दिस टारगेट. जो डीकार्बनाइजेशन की बात है उसके तरफ आगे बढ़ने की जरूरत है. Definitely we also need to work upon it, but compared to other countries like China and United States, अगर बात करें चाइना की, even talking about United States, we are far better than these two countries. And India require near-term sectoral transformation through aggressive adaptation of technology, but definitely the need of the hour कि हम किस तरह से जो carbon locked in जो products हैं उनको किस तरह से कम कर सकें. And India must focus on sector of low carbon development pathways, जहाँ पे ज़रूरी है we need to also have a job creation, distribution justice, low pollutions, and already India has been changing it very rapidly. Now some remedial measures that should be taken, that has been suggested for India as well as for the other countries. So first is to achieve a net zero emission. It is very important to decarbonize electricity sectors. सारे countries के लिए no, we are more concerned about India. तो इंडिया में इलेक्ट्रिक सेक्टर्स को भी डीकार्बनाइज की जरूरत है. दिस इज द सिंगल लार्जेस्ट सेक्टर एंड यूजेस अबाउट 40% ऑफ द ग्रीन हाउस गैस emissions. Now the decarbonized electricity would also allow India to undertake transformational changes in urbanization and industrial developments. Now coming to the second point that can be important is like necessary steps to create multi-stakeholder, just a transition commission representing all level of governments, right? तो community को ensure करना कि livelihood opportunities बढ़े, कोल सेक्टर को यूटिलाइजेशंस में, खास करके जिस सेक्टर्स में कोल की ज़्यादा यूज है उसको कम करना, एंड इंसेंटिवाइजिंग द सेक्टर इज वुड बी something that would be required. Third, a low carbon electricity future is not realized without addressing the existing problem. So first we have to see the poor finances and the management of distribution companies, which require deep changes in overcoming the entrenchment interests. So these are the things that particularly, specifically India need to address. Now, way forward, India as in sector-led actions approach could provide a framework to drive the low carbon transformation. India को low carbon transformations की तरफ बढ़ने की जरूरत है. Definitely, this is something which is very important. If you're writing an essay, make sure you incorporate this point, you write this point. Even if you're writing a general studies paper, आप इस तरह के point include कर सकते हैं. Now, India now need to shift gear to a comprehensive reimagining electricity and its role in economy and society. उसके अलावा इंडिया कैन वर्क हार्डर टू बिकम अ लीडर इन टेक्नोलॉजी. किस किस तरह की टेक्नोलॉजी में, जहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी स्टोरेज है, स्मार्ट ग्रिड्स है, टेक्नोलॉजी दैट इनेबल इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन ऑफ अदर सेक्टर्स सच एज transportations. And the last point that you can write is enhancing the efficiency of electricity and important complement decarbonizing electricity and supply, right? So whatever we have discussed, some of the important point you can also read it out. वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में मैंने इसके लिए इसके बारे में यहाँ पे जानकारी भी दे दी है, तो वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन को रेफर करें where you can read the summary of this as well. Now coming to the performance of different insurance sectors, this is something which is again very important. So इसमें बात की गई है कि जो इंश्योरेंस है, मोटर है, हेल्थ सेक्टर है, किस तरह से किसकी क्या परफॉर्मेंस रही है. जनरल स्टडीज पेपर 3 के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है ये, बट दिस न्यूज इज डेटा ड्रिवन, तो किसी भी डेटा को आपको याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है. So in general, the insurance sector has narrowed and they have missed the milestone of 2 lakh crore rupees because of the COVID-19. Many sectors have witnessed a decline in the growth. चाहे वो motor insurance हो, crop insurances हो, health insurances हो, everything has declined. Now industries ended on the financial with positive year. अगर year on year की बात करें 5% तक की growth देखी गई थी. This was basically in the health insurance sector which has risen up to 11%. सिर्फ इसी sector में growth देखी है because people are more concerned about their health. While the health portfolio have propelled because of the COVID-19, this is by 11% and this sum ups to 58,584 crore rupees. So I am telling you these number is not important for you. आप किसी भी नंबर पे ध्यान ना दें, आप सिर्फ ट्रेंड समझे कहाँ पे ग्रोथ हुई है, whether it is increasing or decreasing, that is more than sufficient for you to understand. Right? If you talk about motor portfolio, this is also known as motor third party. यहाँ पे जो प्रीमियम है that has been hiked by the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority that has grown up to 5%. Now, despite pandemic की अगर बात करें, कुछ ऐसे डोमेस्टिक इंश्योरेंस इंडस्ट्रीज हैं. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द इंडिया इंश्योरेंस जो NI है, इट इज़ पावर्ड बाय द ग्लोबल प्रीमियम. उसकी अमाउंट है 32,500 करोड़ रुपीज़. और कुछ 10 जनरल इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज है, PSUs हैं, NIA, दे हैव द डिस्टिंक्ट अचीवमेंट, राइट. जो प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी है उन्होंने मार्क की थी इस कोर बिजनेस में, बट वॉट एवर वॉज टारगेटेड वॉज एक्चुअली नॉट अचीव्ड. कुछ और PSUs हैं इंडिया में. अगर बात करें जनरल इंश्योरेंसेस की, तो यूनाइटेड इंडिया इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज है, नेशनल इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज है, ओरिएंटल इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज है. दे हैव इनेबल द नेगेटिव ग्रोथ लॉस. और यहाँ पे जो लॉस ऑफ मार्केट शेयर है वो भी बहुत ज़्यादा एविडेंट है ड्यू टू द COVID-19 पेंडेमिक. Now, the only sector that has performed well during this time is LIC, that is Life Insurance Corporations. They have collected the highest ever premium that sum ups to 1.8 lakh crore rupees, right? And they have also paid 1.3 lakh crore rupees as a claim settlement to the policy holders. And a national interest assurance achieved a year premium of 56,404 crore rupees as an individual insurance with a 10.1% growth over the last year, right? So this is something which is again very important for you to note, because अब LIC insurance sector की बात करते हैं तो these are some of the important points that you can write in exam. Now coming to the MCQs question of the day. The first question is from current affair. SanDisk recently seen in news related to GI-enabled tracking system of sand dunes, social security scheme for differently abled, instant messaging app of GOI, news fertilizer developed by ICAR, that is Indian Council for Agricultural Research, New Delhi. So आपको चूज करना है. अगर आपने न्यूज़पेपर में पढ़ा है ध्यान से, it would be very easy for you. If not, then you have to use your common sense. Second, With reference to Security Appellate Tribunal, also known as SET, consider the following statement. It is a statutory body established under the provision of SEBI Act 1992. And the other is the presiding officers of the SAT shall be appointed as the presiding officers. आपको बताना है इनमें से कौन से करेक्ट ऑप्शन है, बिकॉज यूपीएससी टेंड टू आस्क क्वेश्चंस ऑन द इंपॉर्टेंट ऑफिसर्स ऑफ गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. सो इसके जो आंसर्स हैं उसमें पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए वीडियो के कमेंट सेक्शन में जाएं और वहां पे अपने आंसर्स क्वेश्चन नंबर के साथ जरूर लिखें. So do participate, practice a lot more question. That is definitely going to help you in the prelims examination. And if the time being, if you're not subscribed to our channel, do subscribe the channel for more information, updates, more compilation that is coming on this channel. And if you like this video, do not forget to give thumbs up. If you have any other concern, do let us know. We'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Wish you all the best. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you so much.